Hey everyone, welcome to this new moon Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for the new moon on May 4th, 2019. All right, so a new moon in Aries. If you're expecting me to say Taurus just then, be sure to check out that link down below. We are using the actual size of the constellations, which does change the signs from mainstream astrology. All right, so new moon in Sidereal Aries, time of new beginnings, very much so. New moons are a time of new beginnings, but also Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. That has a lot to do with essentially initiating things, moving energy forward, getting into that more active, direct side of ourselves. So with this, great time to just be subtle with it though. It is the lower energy part of the lunar cycle. So great to acclimate to this energy as we go into next week. There's only easy aspects with the new moon. Of course, our personal charts will determine how we work with this, but collectively there are some supportive things with it. We do have a trine up to Saturn, so we could be feeling a bit grounded, maybe responsible during these new beginnings, and a sextile up to Neptune, so just a bit of receptivity, maybe just noticing some flow when it comes to these new beginnings. All right, so let's take a look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the chart for the new moon. We have the new moon over here, the sun and moon conjunct in the constellation of Aries, using the actual size of the constellations here. So new beginning. One thing I do want to say too is that I did just start an MTZ Twitter account. So if you haven't yet, went over there and liked and retweeted the weekly video, you can like and retweet this video and also be entered to win a free reading. So we're starting to get some new Twitter subscribers over there, see if we can get that MTZ Twitter account moving forward. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here at this new moon. We have a time of new beginnings. This is going to be on Saturday, May 4th at 2024 Eastern time, if you want to make that calculation for wherever you are in the world. But as we approach Saturday, and maybe even most of Saturday, it is still the ending phase of the previous lunar cycle, which still kind of does, but had a lot to do with Pisces. It was more about receptivity, intuition, this kind of more receptive stuff in life, which again, Venus is still in Pisces, Mercury's still here, so there still is that energy, but there's definitely a new beginning involving the more active and direct side of the zodiac and of ourself. So Aries, the ram, is all about thrusting forward. If you look at the constellation, it's the ram sort of launching forward from the hind legs. And so this is symbolic of essentially initiating, right? If we take a look at the fact that it's the first sign of the zodiac because of its initiating qualities, we can see that this is about developing this side of ourselves. So new chapter, developing things like our assertiveness, our directness, our active side, and things like our personal needs. What are our desires or needs? How can we cultivate these? Cultivating greater sense of independence. It's very much Aries related. And even things regarding our self-image as well, especially if it deals with confidence in some way. And so this is what the type of new moon is about. So great to sit with the energy, see what new is surfacing, and again, slowly develop it as we go through this new lunar month. And we'll just notice likely too, as the month unfolds, a little bit more of that vitality, a little bit more of that fire energy that helps counterbalance a lot of that water energy that we've had. All right, so that's the most fundamental side to the new moon. No major things going on with it other than a trine up to Saturn, which is quite supportive. It's actually quite a slight trine. No really close aspects with this new moon, but still nonetheless it is easier to work with, and trines to Saturn can help us feel a bit grounded, maybe a bit disciplined, patient, and responsible, right? Saturn's about seeing the long-term perspective, especially in Sagittarius right now, which is all about the future potentials that again do take time, and we can put in the work, right? And again, put in that patient, responsible approach to things. So we're likely feeling this way, and it is just a bit easy to incorporate a bit of that responsible, grounded energy with Saturn. There's also a sextile up to Neptune, which is also a bit minor, but also easy to work with. And so Neptune, the planet that rules Pisces, that watery energy that we have in easy aspect. So this could be a bit receptive, maybe just noticing some flow with these new beginnings. There could be some peaceful or tranquil energy that could be easy to incorporate. And again, maybe just a stronger sense of intuition or spiritual connection or inner guidance, and sort of just a spiritual awareness of things that can be easy to cultivate with the new moon here. All right, so very simple, very straightforward new moon. There's not technically a conjunction with Uranus. Usually when looking at conjunctions, we want to see something within about 10 degrees, but Uranus is just outside of that 10 degrees and has recently entered into Aries. So there could be a new chapter, as there already has been more than likely, a bit of freedom regarding our true self, spontaneity, maybe new beginning with listening to our excitement, getting outside of our comfort zone, trying new and different things, experimenting again, especially if it deals with any new goals, any new desires, a new sense of self perhaps that again is emerging from this initiative quality of Aries. So really good to develop this. Uranus is all about challenging the status quo. This is challenging our own status quo. And then of course, the collective perhaps as well, which is expressing that unique self, understanding we're all very unique and different, cultivating that side of ourself, and possibly even contributing to things greater than ourselves, which is kind of the next step with Uranus, which is that very collective, progressive, innovative kind of energy with that planet. All right, so new beginnings with this perhaps also. So here is the graph here, the aspects for the days surrounding the 4th. Now, one thing I'll mention is that, like I said, as we approach Saturday, the energies are dying down from the previous cycle. Do give it time for the new cycle, for these new qualities to emerge going through Sunday. But Sunday, we do have some other fiery energy, which I talked about in the weekly forecast, which is Mars opposite Jupiter. So Mars is the planet of our drive, just like Aries, rules Aries, directness, independence, opposite Jupiter, which magnifies all of this, expands all of this. So on Sunday, we could be maybe even feeling a bit confident, assertive, again, direct, all this kind of stuff. But it is good to be conscious of it and bring it into balance if you do notice any over or under extremes with it. So if there's overconfidence, over inspiration, just being aware of that. And if there's not enough, maybe not enough initiative, assertive quality, maybe incorporating some of that, and in understanding that there are opportunities to do that, right? There are opportunities. Jupiter's about the potentials, the inspirations. And so opposite Mars can help us see that and bring out more of those Mars qualities and cultivate maybe some of these opportunities and inspirations. All right, so that's really magnifying that kind of new moon in Aries on Sunday, more than likely with that opposition. All right, everyone. So last thing I'll say is down in the comment section, I will put which house this is for each of your sidereal signs. So do check that out. Make sure you're looking at that for your sidereal sign, however. But that'll show you specifically which area this new moon will be. For some of you, it might be about career, relationships, home, whatever the area might be. So do check that out for a more specific look. And of course, I do have the monthly horoscopes as well. I'll put a link to those also so you can see more specifically what's going on in May for you here in 2019. All right, so everyone have a fantastic new moon. Again, just a way to kind of summarize this, the simplest way of looking at it is that this is a time of new beginnings involving our initiating side and the development of our personal needs, our independence, our confidence, our assertive side, and getting into this fiery active energy slowly but surely as we go through the week. All right, so everyone, thank you for watching. Hope you have a fantastic new moon. And again, down in the comment section, there will be the link to the Twitter account. So if you do have a Twitter, be sure to go over there and like and retweet to support the channel and also to be entered to win a free reading. All right, so everyone have a great one, and I'll see you all in the next video.